Hello everyone. So today we come to a very interesting topic, that is enzymes. So what are enzymes? So objectives of today's class are: what are enzymes, definition of enzymes, and factors. What are the factors that affect enzyme action? So factors affecting enzyme activity or rate of reaction. So today we will see these two things. Okay. So enzymes are, why enzymes are so important? Nearly all the chemical reactions in biological cells need enzymes to make the reaction occur fast enough to support life. For the support of life, all biological reactions they need enzymes. So that's why we need to study. So now we come to the definition of enzymes. So enzymes are biocatalysts. They are biocatalysts. It is in a biological body. Catalysts are defined as a substance that increase the rate of chemical reaction without being itself changed in the process. So enzymes are as it is produced. They are not even changed, but they only change the activity, or you can say rate of reaction of substrate. Now enzymes as a biological catalyst, this what these enzymes do, these enzymes are proteins that increase the rate of reaction by lowering the energy of activation. So what is activation energy? That minimum energy to start the reaction. So if you see this graph, where you will see if the reaction is uncatalyzed, then it takes this much energy, or activation energy is increased. But if the reaction takes place in presence of enzyme, then activation energy is reduced. So energy is reduced in presence of enzyme. So they catalyze nearly all chemical reactions taking place in the cells of the body. Enzymes have a unique three-dimensional shape that fits the shapes of a reactant. Now properties of enzymes. So enzymes are protein in nature. All the enzymes are protein in nature. They have a site. You can see in this diagram this site where the substrate is binding. That site is known as active site. Catalytic efficiency, they have their catalytic efficiency. They are specificity. They are specific at action, specific for pH. They need optimum temperature and optimum pH for the reactions. So this is the diagram which shows enzyme substrate complex. So enzyme at the site is known as active site, where the substrate will bind, and the substrate after the substrate binding, the complex this formed is known as enzyme substrate complex, and this will produce now chemical composition of enzymes. So all enzymes, that the protein part of all enzymes is known as apoenzyme. Simple some These are conjugated proteins. So enzymes with protein part is known as apoenzyme, and a coenzyme which is the additive enzyme, or which completes the holoenzyme. It converts the enzyme into active enzyme, and that is known as holoenzyme. So apoenzyme and coenzyme combines to form holoenzyme. This is non-protein part, and apoenzyme is protein part. Then the substrate binds here and the complex is formed. So holoenzyme is equal to apoenzyme plus cofactors. Now these cofactors can be two types. If it can be of coenzyme that loosely bound to enzyme, they are non-covalently bound, whereas prosthetic group very tightly or even covalently bind to the enzyme. Now active site of an enzyme. An enzyme binds substrate to their active site and stabilize the transition state of the reaction. The active site of an enzyme is the place where the substrate binds and at which catalysis occurs. The active site binds the substrate, forming an enzyme substrate complex. So binding and catalytic site, where the substrate binds to the site that is known as active site. You can see here, this in this reaction, this is the substrate where enzyme is bind, and you can see this is the active site where the substrate is. Now enzymatic reaction steps we see. So first is what the enzyme approaches to the the substrate approaches to the enzyme. Then it forms enzyme substrate complex, and substrate is then transformed into the product formation, and the products are released. Now we come to the what factors affect the enzyme activity. So first factor is concentration of substrate. Then the factor which affect is concentration of enzyme, concentration of product, temperature, pH, activators and coenzymes, and inhibitors and modulators, and lastly effect of time. So these factors are there which affect the enzyme activity. Now we go with one by. The first is enzyme. This first, it is not the factor, but you see what is enzyme velocity. So enzyme velocity, you can see when the time required and the product, these are plotted, then the straight line graph or a curve line graph is there. This denotes V0, that is the velocity. So enzyme activity is commonly expressed by the initial rate V0 of the reaction being catalyzed, and this is the equilibrium where the reaction is stable. The enzyme activity is equal to moles of substrate that is converted to product per unit time. Now first, concentration of substrate, factors affecting enzyme and action. So we see as the substrate increases, the concentration of substrate, as we increase the concentration of substrate, the velocity also increases. But you see a rectangular hyperbola curve is obtained. This is rectangular hyperbola curve, which when we plot against the rate of reaction, that is velocity and substrate concentration. The three distinct phases we see, this is A, where you see a linear graph is there, the B where you see a curved graph, and this is the C when there is no change, almost unchanged. This is C. So here you can see this is the maximum velocity, and here is the V0, which is initial velocity, and half of this maximum velocity is known as half of V maximum. That concentration is Km value. This is Km is Michaelis-Menten constant. You see, this is Michaelis-Menten constant. It describes how reaction velocity varies with substrate concentration. The following equation is there, where if we want to find at a particular point where the velocity is V, then that is equal to V maximum concentration of substrate upon substrate concentration plus Km. Km is concentration, or you can say Michaelis-Menten constant. This Michaelis-Menten constant is equal to K2 plus K3 plus K upon K1. So these are the rate of reaction of forward reaction, backward reaction, and product formation reaction. So it is half V maximum when the rate of reaction is half V maximum. At that point, the concentration is known as Km, that is known as Michaelis-Menten constant. Now the second factor, that is effect of enzyme on velocity. Initially the rate of reaction, as the enzyme, when we add the enzyme, the rate of reaction increases proportionately. So it depends, it is directly proportional, velocity is directly proportional to concentration of enzyme. Now, effect of product concentration. When the product are formed as a result of enzymatic reaction may accumulate, and this excess product may lower the enzyme activity. So it is inversely proportional. So enzyme velocity is inversely proportional to product concentration. So as the product concentration increases, the rate of reaction decreases. Now, effect of temperature on velocity. A temperature velocity graph is bell-shaped graph. At optimum temperature, the maximum rate is seen, whereas as the temperature is lowered or increased, the rate of reaction lowers down. So, our enzymes are most active at optimum temperature, that is room temperature, that is 37 degrees in humans. Show little activity at low temperature and loss activity at higher temperature as denaturation occurs. Now, effect of pH. Every enzyme has an optimum pH. At that, the rate of reaction is maximum. So, where the enzyme has maximum activity, that is known as optimum pH. Requirement of catalytic group in the active site in appropriate ionization state is a common reason for this phenomenon. So pH, it may vary for different enzymes. Some enzymes are mostly the enzymes have pH neutral pH, that is from 6 to 8. Now, effect of activators on velocity. The activators increase the rate of reactions. So, some of the metal ions, like you can see in magnesium ions in hexokinase, which increase the rate of reaction. Some organic like reducing agents, cytochromes, glutathione reduced. Some proteins, they are all activators which increase the rate. Now, effect of modulators or inhibitors. When inhibitors and modulators bind the enzyme, that reduce the enzyme activators. Inhibitor can bind to active site, allosteric site or some other site, and they inhibit the reaction. They reduce the rate of. Now, effect of time. The time required for completion of an enzyme reaction increases with decrease in temperature from the optimum. Under this optimum temperature and pH, time required is less. When enzyme reaction is taking place, if the temperature is optimum, if the pH is optimum, all the conditions are favorable, then the time is reduced. Otherwise, it increases the. So thank you very much. So please also watch my other videos on enzymes. Please like, share and subscribe.